Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Nicole. So I wanted to start something new for about the next month or so, maybe carrying over into February. Something called Girl Talk. My channel is fairly new, so if you stumble across this video, please feel free to like and share. And when I'm doing Girl Talk, it's makeup free, weave free, just free. And I'm coming to you as I am, so please be nice. So I wanted to talk about insecurities today. I wanted to talk about my insecurities, something that I have struggled off and on with. Basically, I'll be 36 on the 22nd, and I have struggled with that for a very long time. And I am just beginning to come into myself and really accept who I am, accept what I am, accept who God created me to be, and be happy in that. And I am also able to, spread that with other people who may feel a certain way about themselves, how they look, how they feel, how they dress, what people say about them, and just let them know that hey, you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and God didn't make a mistake when he made you the way you are. So the thing that I struggle with the most is my height. I'm 6'1", and I've been 6'1" since I was about 16, but I started to sprout up. I think in about the fourth or the fifth grade, and I remember just being one of the not even one, but the tallest girl in my class, possibly out of all the males and the females. And that with that came a lot of scrutiny. Kids were mean. They called me the Jolly Green Giant, the Beanpole, hula hoop through a Cheerio, a bunch of stuff. And I thought that because they were making fun of my height, that meant that I was ugly. And so when people would tease me about my height, I immediately internalized that and said that, hey, it must be something wrong with me. And so I didn't know how to deal with it. My mom always told me to hold my head up high. You are beautiful. You square your shoulders. There's nothing wrong with you. And I heard that, but for some reason in my mind, it didn't click. It did not click. And so every time somebody would go to pick at me about my height, it would do something to me. It would make me shut down a little bit more. It would make me cringe inside a little bit more. And my esteem would just, my character, or my spirit, that's what I'm looking for. My spirit will be broken even more, because I always was an outgoing kid. Outgoing, love to sing, love to dance, love music. I remember one day I was in a dance class, and I knew all the steps. I was in high school at this time, and I knew all the steps, and I knew what I was doing. And a girl from an advanced class, she came in and she looked at me and she was like, why is she in the front? She's too big to be in the front. Going on and on about my height and why I should not be in the front because I was too tall. And the teacher told her that I was in the front because I knew the steps. I knew what I was doing. And some of the other people in class hadn't got it yet. And even though that teacher stood up for me, that stuck out in my mind. I remembered that. I never forgot. I never forgot that this girl who didn't know me, just came in and, was angry because I was tall and because I was in the front, and that infuriated her and bothered her. And that hit on my self-esteem. That didn't help me either. And so through life, I always had instances like that. A lot of girls teased me about my height. At one point, I wanted to be short. I would do things to try to make myself shorter. I loved heels. I loved shoes. I loved fashion. And at one point, I would stop wearing the heels, or I would dread walking past a group of people because, I knew somebody was going to tease me about my height. I knew a boy was going to make fun of me. I knew that the girls would be laughing at me because of my height. And, for that, I didn't make a lot of friends. I didn't know how to be friends. I didn't know how to be like, okay, I'm tall. That's what I am. And just move on. It really, really bothered me, and I had low self-esteem for a long time. Okay, so I'm back. So I was saying I really had low self-esteem all the way up until I went to college, and one day I looked in the mirror and I realized that it was nothing wrong with me. I really thought that it was something wrong with me. I thought that I was too tall. I would my mom had to catch me sometimes, and I would have to walk with my shoulders hunched over because I just didn't like what I saw. I did not like who I was. And um, one day I looked at myself in the mirror and I just realized that, girl, this is who you are, this is what you got. And from that point on, I promised myself that I wouldn't allow what other people said about me, allow what other people thought about me, allow, but because I was different, and that because there's no way that I will be able to stand in, but I will always stand out because of my height, and I couldn't hide it, and I would no longer do that. And I am so proud of myself today that, I still struggle with, my height, because people always are bringing it up. It's, sometimes for me, I have, I don't know what it is to be short, but I feel as though, since I'm a woman and since I'm tall, it's a big stigma behind it. I feel like sometimes I'm ridiculed by it. And I have friends that are tall, and, they don't seem like, I feel like when I have asked them about, did they struggle, or did you ever have insecurities about your height? And some of them say no, and some of them say yes. And I don't know why I had so much turmoil and so much trouble in school about my height, but for some reason, I did. People didn't like me, they were mean to me, and I didn't like them. And I think my behavior really, really did, it showed. So, um, I can't even stress how happy I am. How happy I am today that I was able to go through some of those things, because it made me a stronger person. And I know people say that all the time, but honestly, girl, if it don't kill you, it definitely makes you stronger. I didn't think anybody would love me. I didn't think anybody would want to be with me because I was so tall, and I just thought I was just this ugly creature, just things that people would paint out to me. And now I have people who come back, who I've spoken to, that I haven't seen as a child, and they always tell me how beautiful they thought I were. And now, I just was like, look, wow. Sometimes in that moment, when people need to hear encouragement in the moment. And sometimes when we hold our encouragement in for somebody, you never know what anybody's going through. And so it's always good to encourage other people. I used to want to be short so bad. I'm like, if I could just blend in, if I could just be invisible and just blend in, and just not be as noticeable, that would be good. But that wasn't my lot. And I'm here today. I still wear my heels. I'm happier. Not because I'm shorter, but just because I'm me. And I know that, I hope that what I'm saying will encourage somebody else to embrace who they are, and know that, there is no mistakes. Whoever you are, whatever you are, however God made you and He created you to be, He didn't make a mistake. And if I can overcome insecurity and low self-esteem and self-hate and self-annihilation, that there is nothing that anybody else cannot overcome. I don't want, I don't want you to listen to what other people say about you. I want you to look at yourself. You form your own opinion. I'm back. So I just want you to be able to say who you are. Love yourself. I'm not saying love yourself so much that there's no room for anybody else, but definitely love yourself enough to not believe what the haters will say to you. Because if you listen to what every hater will say to you, you will not make it in this world. And I have made it with support of my family, and support of my friends, and support of my kids. And I'm able to walk with my head high, knowing that there's nothing wrong with me, because I'm different, because I look different, because I sound different, because I got a different kind of swag, because because at the end of the day, I'm fly. And sometimes people not able to see it, or they see it and they don't want to acknowledge it because they feel bad about themselves, so they want to try to make you feel bad about yourself. You don't know how many times I've been through that. Folks want to make me feel bad. They want to talk down to me, and and I wasn't the type of person, to talk about people. You would think that the people who were, being mean and running around and talking about people would, be getting some of that back, but it just seemed like to me that they were, thriving. But even when I see some of the people that, that teased me the way they did and excluded me and made me feel left out because I was tall or because they had their own insecurities and they made it my problem, I can't even be mad at them. I can only look at them and think in my mind, wow, thank you. You allow me to see me and to know that who I am was not a mistake. And because of that, it's so many girls that I can help. And I can help raise up their esteem and let them know their worth. Because if you don't know your worth, anybody and anything at any point and at any time could come and could try to take advantage of you and try to turn you into something you're not just because of low self-esteem. And that's not something that we want. So I just wanted to share this little girl chat with you. And I'm going to try to do it every week. A lot of people didn't know I had low self-esteem because of my height. I hated my height. But I'm so happy that I have overcome that, and I am no longer a slave to that anymore. And you don't have to be a slave to your insecurity anymore either. It will take time. Sometimes you gotta have positive affirmations. I'm a firm believer in God. I'm a firm believer in Christ. I don't know what you believe, but I know that I had to believe that in the word of God, that it says that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, and he didn't make a mistake when he made me, that I was beautiful, and he broke the mold when he made me. And I know that. And once I was really able to see that, I'm like, you know what, I'm all right. It's nothing wrong with me. And once I had the confidence to do that, then I had the confidence to go forth. I had the confidence to conquer other things in my life. I had the confidence to encourage somebody else who may look like me, who may feel like me, who may carry themselves like I did. And I could tell them, hey girl, you're beautiful. It's nothing wrong with you. I've been where you've been. Hold your head up. Stick your chest out, because you will win. You're going to win in the end. The battle is already won. You see, everything you go through, every test we go through is just a testimony, girl. Okay? Because at the end of the day, after all the teasing, after all the mean comments, a man still found me who loves me, and I still got 3 beautiful kids. So I must not be that tall and that bad. And that's what you have to say to yourself. Whatever it is, whether it's your height, your weight, how you look, whatever stigma it is, there's nothing that you cannot overcome if you put the work in. If you just ignore what the naysayers say. Ignore them, honey, because they're not here to do you good. Why you don't listen to the negative, only the positive. Only put positivity in your space. Only put positive things. Whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are of good report. Think on those things, and everything else, knock it out of the way. All right, like I said again, my name is Nicole. Thank you for watching today. And like I said, every Thursday or every other Thursday, I'm going to try to have a girl chat. So I'm going to try to have some kind of girl chat every Thursday. So stay tuned, stick with me. And I